Here's where I'm at. Is it just me or is Jey Uso acting a little Romanish? Because Jimmy keeps pointing it out. He keeps saying it. It's not only been once, but twice and more times afterwards. Next thing you know, Jey Uso is sort of, we were talking about an in-between type thing with Bailey and like moral compass stuff, right? Jay seems to be more normal Jay last night, but did he get a receipt from LA Knight? Did he get what was coming to him? Did he get I'm not sure. It seemed like LA Knight owed him one, considering what happened last week. But this is an interesting one to break down. Des, I'm going to go to you for your thoughts on this.
This is interesting. You know, I saw a shout out to Allison Analysis on Wrestling Republic. Ben made a point where he said he gets kind of bored from this storyline with Jey Uso, and I honestly disagree. Like, for me, this is the best thing of Monday Night Raw. Besides Becky Lynch, that's what I'm looking forward to, right? You can even clip this if you want. This is the most I've been invested in Jey Uso since he was right-hand man, right? When he did the whole yeeting thing, like, that's cool, right? But that's more for a younger audience, right? That's like more for kids, for them to have their moments of wrestling, right? It's still cool, and I'm not bashing it in any way, shape, or form, but it's just not like the character development for me. No, it's like that good guy where he's like, you know, the fan favorite. You're having layers of this Jey Uso, right? Where Roman talking to him didn't seem like a big deal, and now it's starting to carry on each show. And I like that Jey Uso, he's not wanting to help everyone because he did in the past, right? He helped Seth. Seth turned on him. Well, kind of, but Seth had his own vision. Had Sammy, had Cody. You know, he's helping all these people, and now he's like, you know what? I just got to help my family because my family has my back. So all he cares about is Jimmy Uso. Everybody else, he doesn't, maybe Solo, but they haven't really mentioned it, but he doesn't care about anybody else except his own brother. And I love that because now you have Jey Uso who attacked LA Knight last week. And I was like, all right, this is interesting layers. And now this week, people are saying LA Knight's turning heel. I disagree. Now Jey Uso is going to double down and be like, you see why? You see why I didn't trust LA Knight? Because I let him in, I shook his hand, and he stabbed me in the back. So now he has more leverage to tell Jimmy Uso, like, this is why it's just me and you, Uso. Everybody else, they don't matter. And now this could get to a situation where Jay is starting to be like the right-hand man, and Jimmy Uso reluctantly is by Jay's side because he's like, you see what's going on? You see what LA Knight just did? This is why it's just me and you. It's just me and you this entire time. And I love it. Like, I actually really, really do like this. And I'm very, very interested to see where this goes. Because even though Jey Uso isn't the best on the mic, when he's Uso Penitentiary, right-hand man Jey Uso, I'm entertained and I'm all for it. But what do you guys think? You guys are on the same boat. Do you think Jey Uso is entertaining as this or no?
I'm always in, it's weird. I'm not always in the middle, but I feel in the middle on this one because I'm like unsure, but I do like the idea of Jay sort of, you know, what's funny? I thought about this. Right. Jey Uso on his run to being main event Jey Uso, starting as the right-hand man and everything. Who was the first one that was cool with Sammy? Jay.
Yeah.
Who was the nice one, right? And you have Roman Reigns basically dogging him for everything. And who was that phone call? That has to be Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That must be Roman Reigns. Because Jay reluctantly has always listened to him.
Yeah. Always.
He's always done it. Reluctantly. So Jay, everyone goes, he's got to win the world title. He's got to win the world title. He wins it. Right? But even that wasn't enough.
Nope.
Even that wasn't enough. That didn't change anything.
And you know why?
He never dealt with the, like, what went down familially during the time he was in the bloodline.
Yeah.
Because he always felt overlooked and unheard, not listened to. Now, Roman suddenly kind of sees the error of his ways because of Paul Heyman's turn to the Vision. And Jay's sitting here like, well, wait a minute. Where's my apology? I always thought that guy was a rat. Jay said that back in the day, you know, and I think it makes a lot. Fernando here with Jay should be the one that turns heel. Donnie with, oh my goodness. that will seal it
Possible.
when Jay helps Solo beat Sammy to regain the strap. Wow. And then
That's
I think
possible.
it'll be Jimmy, not Solo, but yeah, one of those two will get the US title. I think
It's
that's
possible.
fair too.
I want to add one more thing though, really quick.
And then this is interesting too. Jay is back to doing what he does best, and that's being emotionally tortured. Go ahead, Des.
All right. What I was gonna say is, like you said, when Jey Uso was the World Heavyweight Champion, really quick, he helped John Cena. And what happened the very next night? He lost the championship because he didn't help his family. He helped John Cena take care of a situation in which he wasn't involved in. And I feel like this is even more steam to what he was talking about.
Absolutely. I also love this call from Donnie De Silva. That is liquid gold there, my friend. Roman hands Jay the Ulafala to rebuild the family in his absence, but Jay goes overboard. Full monster heel, forcing Roman versus Jay at Mania in tribal combat.
I think Jay would have to win for that.
I'm with you on that, Jordy.
I
agree.
think so too. Also, remember, Jay was the only one to pin Roman.
The only reason he lost was it not Jimmy?
No, it was Jay.
No, it was Jay.
No, I'm saying.
Bonnie agrees. Yes, Jay wins.
The reason that Jay lost against Roman in the singles match was that not because of Jimmy?
Yeah, it was because of Jimmy.
No, he quit. It was I quit
no,
Hell in a Cell.
I'm sure. Because Jimmy came back and he said, "I did it for you because if you became tribal chief, you would have lost your mind." I'm sure it was Jimmy that cost him it.
No, you're right.
No,
2023. He's right.
In that one, but the big one to me, the first one, I think.
Oh no, not the first one. Yeah, the one
first
after,
one was
after
when
Jay had left
Jimmy returned and Roman had Jimmy in the choke and Jay in the I Quit match quit.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Jordy, though, I need to get all of your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about LA Knight taking out Jey Uso, but it's about the future of this storyline, and it's about the future of Jey Uso. So, I mean, it's been a while since we talked about this, but what are your thoughts?
I actually disagree with you all. I want LA Knight to turn heel. I've wanted LA Knight to turn heel for the longest time. If anybody can be bothered going back and looking at dailies, and I've said that we're going to get Yeet versus Yeah for the longest time, and as much I don't disagree with that. All of what you're saying makes sense, guys. I do agree that is a completely viable storyline. But it is also a viable storyline for LA Knight to turn his back on the crowd and turn his back on the WWE in a sense and become a heel because look, Jay got his chance. Jay got the title. Jay had his moment. LA Knight has been in 3 Money in the Bank matches and lost them all. Like he's been one of the highest merch sellers for the longest time. And like he had a somewhat feeble US title run. He hasn't really been given that much. So I almost want to see LA Knight come out and almost do a pipe bomb promo and just be like, it's because of people like Jey Uso why I've not been getting where I should be, and I don't care anymore, and you're all dummies, and like just do what he does best. Because I love LA Knight as a face, and he's a tweener, always a tweener, because you never know what he's gonna say. But when he's in his bag being a heel, he's so good. He's so good, and I think that right now there's a feeling with Jey Uso that like even people almost feel like he was pushed, so people don't like him because of that. So I think having an LA Knight versus Jay would be very split. I don't think it would be simple as face versus heel. I think it would be a very, very split crowd. And I just think LA Knight needs a heel turn. I wouldn't even be mad if he joined Seth and the gang. Like, I don't like if he goes and turns to Seth and he goes, look at what you've done with Braun and Bronson in the short time. Becky is one of the greatest of all time in the women's division. I trusted Triple H and I was wrong. I need your help. I need Paul Heyman's help. I need to get to the top and I need to do it fast. Like,
because of age. Yeah. I like that, Jordy. I like that a lot because of his age. So it could be like, time's running out. I got to join the division. It's the future.
Yeah, exactly.
This is also, though, where I'm a little bit hung up because Donnie brought up a great point here. He said, I'm going to quote Michael Hayes. There's no such thing as a tweener. You have heels and faces and people who suck at their jobs. Here's something interesting about the idea of LA Knight turning heel because I like everything about it and I like everything you presented, Jordy. But my only issue is and this is probably more of a me problem than anything, like great heels, I find myself loving.
Yeah.
And LA Knight as a heel could be so good at it that he's
He is.
even more of a babyface in my eyes
Yeah, people aren't going
That's
to stop
already
than he
happened.
was
shouting. Yeah,
before. And I'm a little nervous for that. It's a little like we'll never know. The proof will be in the pudding, right? With what happens, that's when we'll get our answer. But I'm my only caveat to that is, then how quickly do we have to turn him back face? Because he'll be so good as a heel. We want to cheer for him.